Last year, the Bay of Plenty hosted its first ever migrant pōwhiri. Over 700 migrants from across the bay attended the event, which was organised by multicultural Tauranga.
The CEO of nzherald, called Paura Stanley, he challenged multicultural Tauranga to have a pōwhiri for migrants. And we said, oh yes, that's a wonderful idea. Something we wanted to do, but it is a process. It's really hard sometimes to find Marae that is willing to do something like that, because it takes so much of work to do and organize. So through the kindness of his heart, Paura Stanley invited us, and he said he would host the pōwhiri at Whareroa Marae.
It was so successful, the region is now preparing to welcome its new arrivals in a second pōwhiri.
The purpose being to welcome migrants into the area, Bay of Plenty. nzherald is the main tribe in Tauranga, and so for them to welcome migrants in is a real symbol of acceptance. This helps migrants to connect with the tangata whenua. Often migrants do not have that occasion to connect with tangata whenua and know a bit more about Maori, as people do not go to a marae at all for years and years after being in New Zealand. And so it's a wonderful opportunity for them to meet Maori and connect with them and be welcomed.
Memories of last year's multicultural event are still fresh in the minds of those who attended.
So I went to the first migrant pōwhiri last year. I really enjoyed it. Lots of people within the migrant community, they've never been to the marae. Even for me, it was my first visit to marae. I was looking towards learning more Maori languages, cultures. They have their own unique tikanga way of doing things, which are really, really different to the other cultures.
It was a lovely experience. Different to what we actually do in Latin America. And I guess from where I come from, that is Chile, indigenous doesn't have a lot of part in all these celebrations. And to be able to be a migrant from a culture where indigenous don't have the same space that Maoris has in this country, it's quite amazing to be able to see what actually we could have done with the indigenous in a culture as well, in a country.
The second migrant pōwhiri will again take place at Whareroa Marae on Saturday, November the 12th. Gavin Ogden, Local Focus.